Hello, 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 hello. This is your girl Queen Unique, the acting queen, coming to you with a story about, well, not even a story, to discuss the Diddy lawsuits and all the stuff that's going on. I've been trying to hold back on this for a while, trying to get as much information as I can, but came up with a lot of information. Um, and so there's some stuff that maybe some of y'all haven't realized. And there's some stuff that's just too coincidental. So let's get started. Okay, so we all know that Diddy has been in the public eye for a long time. And if you actually Google him and you look up all his records, they go back pretty far. I think to 1990 is I think when his first case was when he had got started getting charged. But with these recent cases, he had just started getting charged more, being five lawsuits in the last like 2 months. That's a lot. Well, this current lawsuit that we have that I'm going to show you. This is the one that was recently just filed by Rodney Jones, and in here is very explicit, so viewer discretion is advised. But this is the actual filing of the court, and these are all the people who are part of this lawsuit. And these are the claims that he's making. Now, one thing that I didn't understand is um, he's on this document. I don't know how many people have actually seen this, but on this document, he's talking about all this horrible, heinous stuff that has happened. But this photo right here is probably the worst photo that might have something to do with anything. And it says aftermath of the shooting of G. And this is I think this is supposed to be outside of a club. Um, the thing is, he's describing um all the sexual assaults and everything. Now this doesn't look like him. We're gonna keep going. This does not look like who he is alleging it to be, which it says right here. That does not look like him. So I don't know, but and he's saying this again right here. That I don't know. But what I'm not understanding is he's giving his pictures, and he's saying right before he's showing these pictures. None of these images. This is the only picture of something sexual happening. These two pictures right here. The only two. Everything else he's saying this is right before this happened. This is right before, like right here, and Young Miami and her female cousin who sexually assaulted Mr. Jones on Thanksgiving Day, but it's not showing them doing anything but standing there. It's saying that this is Mr. Jones and Mr. Combs on Thanksgiving right before Mr. Combs invites Mr. Jones into the bathroom and attempted to force him to take cocaine. I mean, come on now. We don't see any cocaine. We don't see anything. And then these are supposed to be the sex workers that um, Mr. Combs forced Mr. Jones to bring back to his home. Of course, good thing that their faces are blocked out, but I mean, come on now. He says he recalls waking up naked, dizzy, and confused. he believes that he was drugged in February. And he said he was in bed with two sex workers and Mr. Combs. This is my thing. You is a whole grown man. How are you going to be sexually assaulted for a whole year and not try to beat the hell out of somebody? That's what I don't understand. On top of that, if you have any suspicions that this is going on, why aren't you getting away from the situation when it happened? This is supposed to be him in the bed, which I've been trying to look at this picture to see the morning after being drugged. And then he's a booty trap on the river. They're saying that this is how a lot of them was tools to use to recruit the sex workers. The booty trap and then this building. And these two women are supposed to be sex workers. Which, I mean, I don't know who they are. But, I mean, they could be anybody. And that's what I'm saying. And the reason why I'm showing you all of this, because all the claims that he has made in here is showing stuff right before things have happened. They're not showing them as they're happening, or like how the picture was supposedly was supposed to be Stevie J allegedly having sex with another man, which that did not look like him. But that's like the only sexual picture that supposedly was there. So the thing that I said was oh yeah, this. Let's get to this. Okay, so he added Mr. Cuba Gooding Jr., which it says right here, to pass off Mr. Jones to Cuba Gooding Jr. So it just shows them standing there talking on a yacht. And then right here, it says he's forcibly touching Mr. Jones on Mr. Combs' yacht. All I see is him listening to music and his arm around him. And he's smiling. He doesn't look uncomfortable or anything. This is and then this. And then this is with him saying, somebody was threatening him. And then he had this message right here. It's supposed to be a threatening message. This is part of all this is in the evidence. This is 73 pages long. We're only on page 25. I don't think I'm gonna scroll down um all of them because it's a lot. But this is the type of stuff that he's alleging. Um, the reason why I think this is important, and I wanted to show those pictures, because this is supposed to be the drug that they had right here. But this looks like something posted off the internet. That doesn't even look real, but I mean, I don't know. But the reason why I wanted to show these is because my friend and I, we were having a conversation, and we were looking for deeper into this producer. And when we looked at him, there was a time. This is very coincidental. Now, I'm not saying that what he's saying isn't true. What I'm saying is what he's saying, and the timing of it is very highly suspicious. Because if you think about it, all the lawsuits came, well, the one by Cassie, I think, was in November. And then since November, there's been more, way more. So, like I said, there's like five altogether, I think. So, with all that going on, the Grammy week was in January, if I'm not mistaken. And I guess supposedly Diddy told him that he was going to make sure that Rodney Jones gets um, producer of the year. Well, that never happened. He didn't get producer of the year. So, or it could have been early February. I think the Grammys was early February. And the reason why I'm saying that this timeline is important because if you think about the timeline of the thing, if you go to his Facebook page, he has pictures of him and Diddy all throughout his Facebook page. Now, another thing that we discovered was, I think on February 3rd, Ronnie Jones had a GoFundMe up asking for money to sue Diddy. And this was February 3rd. Because so that was so it had to be Grammys week was had to be in January. February 3rd, he had um a GoFundMe asking for $50,000, and so far I have raised $3,000 when we checked to sue Diddy. But the funny thing about it is, on the GoFundMe page, he has a picture of him and Diddy on the page, and then he has a button that help me sue Diddy. So if this person really did all this stuff to you, why are you still advertising him on all your pages? You haven't taken any of his pictures down off your pages. You're asking for money right after you did not become producer of the year, and all of a sudden now you're suing him for $30 million, which is what was settled out of court with Cassie. He paid her $30 million. So, to me, that's just a little bit of a coincidence because the timelines add up. The week of the Grammys, you were promised producer of the year. You don't get producer of the year. So then, right after the Grammys, you post a GoFundMe asking people to help you sue Diddy. Okay? And then, but you still got pictures of him on your page. But you've been sexually assaulted for over a year. And like I said, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not putting the blame on him. I'm not saying he kept getting himself into the situations. I'm not saying anything like that. And I'm not saying that it's true or that it's not true. But I just think that the pictures that are shown on this are they, to me, it seems like a reach. Because see, yeah, I'm almost done with the pages. I'm just scrolling down. There's nothing else. It seems like a reach because he's, first of all, talking about he's suing him for stuff that is done to him, but to prove his claim, he's posting stuff that's happened to other people. Like that picture about the whatever that bloody bathroom was, that was after some shooting in his studio, or at a club or something like that. But you're not the one who got shot, so why are you adding that to your claim? You see what I'm saying? Like that to me is just, you're talking about people sexually assaulting somebody, but you're not the one in the picture being sexually assaulted. This picture. Yeah, and it says right here, somebody, yeah, so somebody got shot. Man shot outside party at Hollywood recording studio. That's what it says. And this is supposed to be the thing, and he says he thinks he still has the clothing that has the person who got shot's blood on it. And so yeah, so this is like the best evidence, but all this evidence is for somebody else. It's not about him. And the only pictures that he has about him is him standing around with other people. or him sent with other people like this. These pictures, and and this one. So I don't know. And then I guess, which I'm not gonna do this one on here because it might get banned from YouTube. But there was supposedly a sex tape or a leak of a sex tape leaked that was supposed to be allegedly Diddy and Meek Mill. And it was not even a tape, it was like a sex audio that was supposed to be Diddy and Meek Mill having sex. I have the audio and and whoever is commenting by whoever posted it. I'm not gonna share that on here because, like I said, it might get banned. Um, if you guys don't have it and you haven't seen it, you can comment below. Or if I'm not sure if they have private messages, but you can go to one of my handles and send me a private message, and I can send it to you that way. Um, I was scrolling down at the bottom of your screen. You can send me a message that way, and I can share it to you privately. um, but yeah, and the thing is, if you go back and all his records, unless they're sealed, all the records about him are public records. Anything that's filed with the courthouse that's not sealed is public records. That if you go back and you look and you look like I'm gonna share this with you. And this is just Google, like a Google search. Um this is just a Google search. I'm gonna go with you because and I'm gonna show you it shows stuff from a lot of his cases. See, the night his 1999 arrest with Jennifer Lopez. Um, this is a document, yeah, that was filed in November. This is the one with Cassie right here. These two. Oh no! No. This is not even Cassie. This is Cassie right here. This one says that he was falsely. This one, Damian Vasquez, claims that he was falsely arrested and held against his will by New York the police detective, and who was allegedly acting on the behalf of Diddy. Right here, new Jane Doe lawsuit filed. Um, Courthouse. You can look. You can yeah. Right here, plaintiff Jane Doe is a citizen of Canada. I think this one's supposed to be the minor that said that she was gang raped by him and a few other people. So all you gotta do is type in him, Sean Combs public court records. That's all you gotta do. That's all you have to do. And if you scroll down far enough, you'll see, and, and it'll give you, see, a timeline of allegations. Let's see. 1990. Oh, let's X that out. 1990. 1991. A lawsuit. Let's see, him and Aaron Hall, yeah, allegedly sexually assaulted an unnamed victim and friend after a music industry event, then beat her for several days later when confronted. And then another one right here. This is 1991. See, if you look, it's going all the way back here. 90, 90, 91, 93, 96, 98, 99, 99, 2000, 2001, 2003, 2004, 2005, that's 6, 7, 7. 7, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 22, 22, 22, 23, 23, 23. See, all of this? This is just his allegations record. And a lot of it is arrests and him, not arrests, lawsuits and people saying he did stuff. And most of these are violent. It's all right here. So this man has had a history for years. And there's so many allegations that, you know, we don't know if true or not, but supposedly he's, you know, has some involvement with two particular, um, how can I say this? Two particular unaliving events that happened in the 90s, if you know what I'm talking about. Two very, very, very huge rap artists. Um, Another allegation is supposedly he has something to do with unaliving a person that he was really close to that unalived recently, a few years ago. Um, it was a female. And so he's been doing this for a long, 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 long time. So it makes me wonder who else is coming out. There's also a list of people. If you look at who's all involved on um, this thing, if you look, it has who, like all the new people, like all the people who are added added to the lawsuit, and it says it on there. All the new people who are added, who the allegations are against, um, and so a bunch of stuff. So I'm wondering, what do you guys think is going to happen? Because what I was discussing with somebody is there is a particular person who's locked up right now. I think for like 17 years was the sentence. Um, we were discussing, do we think that this person is going to tattle on him to maybe reduce his prison sentence? I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know where he is right now. Supposedly his plane flew over to a place that doesn't have an extradition treaty with the U.S. Not saying he was on the plane. We don't know. I have no idea. But nobody knows where he's at. So when you have money, people, everything you do comes to light. What's another dark comes to the light. And just because you have money doesn't mean that you're going to get away with it. That does not mean that you're going to get away with it. You got away with it for as long as you did. But that doesn't mean that you're going to get away with it. So you can think what you're thinking. There's a few people that are coming next that we're pretty sure is going to be next. We know who they are. I'm not going to put them on blast like that because we know who they are. But let's just say they're very high up in the music industry as well. And one just released a country song. Let's just put it that way. And if all the allegations is true, which I believe they are, everybody involved, everybody involved, if they really did that to those people, everything that's coming for them, they gonna deserve. I hope they get buried under the jail, under the jail, because that's not right and that's not okay. And for the person who just recently filed that lawsuit, I really want to know what y'all think about that, because I just feel like it's a little bit suspicious, and it's coincidental that everything all this happened after Grammy week. You didn't file it in December. You didn't file it all the other times that you say that you were being. So now I'm not trying to say. I'm hoping this is not another Amber Heard moment. I really hope not, because we all know what Amber Heard did, and we know how that turned out for her. But, and I'm not saying he's not telling the truth. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's lying, and I'm not saying that he's telling the truth. I'm just saying, for me personally, when you look at his Instagram page and you look at his posts and you look at the GoFundMe that he started, there's a timeline of events. It's like all this is premeditated since the Grammys happened and he didn't win Producer of the Year. Then he started to come up with this plan and have a GoFundMe created so he could sue Diddy and blase, blase, blase. So to me, the timing of it is just very suspicious to me. And so I hope he's telling the truth, and I hope he has all his ducks in the row, because if he's lying, they'll know he's lying. Because if that's the best evidence he has, is what is on the filing forms, I can't see him winning that case on that. I really can't. Because 99% of that stuff doesn't have anything to do with him. So I don't know. And all the survivors, I won't even call them victims, all the survivors, I pray that they have healing. I pray that they get justice. I pray that they are able to move on with their lives and grow and be big, wonderful people, beautiful people, and that they don't let this bring them down, and that they remain strong and fight for what is right and keep speaking up and speaking out and telling the truth. Not their truth, the truth, whatever it may be. And everybody involved in this, whether you're a pastor, a politician, a high class celebrity, somebody who goes to the country club, it does not matter. Your name's on the petition. I'm sure that they're adding a lot more to it. You don't just get a Homeland Security raid for nothing. And when you delete something, it's never fully deleted. People think all the time that if you delete your computer, if you manufacture reset your computer, that erases all your searches, all your history. It does not. It does not. So anything that's erased is still on that device. So if he tried to erase anything, to do all that's gonna come to light. And this year literally just started a few months ago. Not even in April and all this is happening. There's gonna be so many more people that comes out of the woodworks. And I wouldn't discuss those people, but I would discuss that privately. Very private. I will do a private chat, a private thing. If you want to discuss those people, I have a Patreon that you can follow me, Queen Unique, the Acting Queen, on Patreon. We can have private conversation. I can show you more stuff. Not trying to get banned from here. And it's early in the morning. That's why I got my bandana on. I'm looking rough, but I had to do this because so much stuff has already came to light. And this is my thing. I'm not. If you want to mess with whoever you want to mess with, that's fine. That's your business. You do you, boo boo. That's okay. But when you are forcing people to do stuff, or if you're trafficking, that's a problem. And if you look at what that dude was accusing him of, it's pretty much the same thing that they accused R. Kelly of. RICO, racketeering. That is one of the huge offense besides unaliving somebody. That's why R. Kelly got 25 years. So this is a mess. I'm eager to see what's going to happen. If you want to discuss it more, let me know. Like, subscribe, comment. If you want to look at my handles, my Instagram, my YouTube page, my Twitter page, I have a personal Facebook, but that's just for my friends. Um, but if you want the extra content that I have, send your girl a comment in a private message. Like, comment, and subscribe. And honestly, let me know what you guys think about everything that's going on with this. Um, if you have any questions, I can answer them for you. I've been doing so much research and so much studying on this case. I feel like I could be the lawyer on this case because that's how much research and stuff that I've done on this. But yeah, it's a mess. And like I said, what's done in the dark comes to the light. And you can't screw over people. Just because you have money doesn't mean that it's going to save you. The bigger you are, the harder you fall, the more you have to lose. So you always remember that. Respect yourself, respect others, do right, and do right by people. What you do unto others comes back on you tenfold. Remember that. Oh, yeah. Enjoy. Again, like, comment, subscribe. If you want me to react to something or talk about something or discuss something, comment below. Y'all have a good morning. I'm going to sleep. Mwah.